Most of us have had the experience of ripping open a bag of lettuce to make a salad at dinner time only to find that we're dealing with slimy, foul-smelling leaves, or cutting open an avocado for a sandwich and facing a brown, mushy mess. If you're someone who neglects your produce for days, or even weeks, on end, this kind of sad food experience is to be expected. But what if you went grocery shopping yesterday? Unfortunately, grocery stores are filled with not so great produce, so you have to be careful when picking yours. We know what you're thinking, those raspberries seemed fresh when I bought them, that banana was bright yellow. It's true that looks can be deceiving when you're at the store, which is why we asked nutritionists for their best advice for picking produce that lasts. Some general produce rules to keep in mind. According to registered dietitian Tamar Samuels, it's important to tune into your senses when picking produce. Look at the produce, pick it up and smell it, she said. Ensure that the produce is free from blemishes, lacks a rotten smell and that the skin is intact and firm. In general, produce that's in season tends to be the freshest option. Organic labels can be a helpful indication of freshness, too. While organic produce is more expensive, it is grown more naturally than non-organic produce, Samuels said. If you can afford it, prioritize buying organic produce to ensure high quality. If you are on a budget, check out the Dirty Dozen and Clean 15 lists to know which foods you should or shouldn't buy organic. Finally, if you're really looking for produce that lasts, it might be worth it to skip the grocery store completely and shop at your local farmer's market. Not only are farmers markets beneficial to local community businesses, but the produce is often cheaper than what's at the grocery store and it's grown more naturally, Samuels said. Local produce doesn't have to travel as far. Less transportation time ensures higher quality, fresher produce. If you don't have a farmer's market near you, Samuel suggests looking for produce that is not prepackaged or pre-cut. Try to buy produce in its most whole form, she suggested. For example, buy a broccoli head as opposed to pre-cut broccoli florets. Signs to look out for in specific fruits and veggies. If you're looking for more specific guidance, here's how to know when certain popular pieces of produce are fresh and when they're not. Lettuce. When shopping for lettuce, DJ Blattner, registered dietitian for and nutritionist for Daily Harvest, suggests looking for firm, crisp leaves, and if you're going for packaged greens, look for ones that are fluffy and perky. As for what to avoid? Limp leaves. And for packaged greens, avoid those that have excess moisture, she said. Spinach. When shopping for spinach, Blattner again suggests looking for light, fluffy leaves. For spinach you'll always want to avoid limp leaves, and for packaged spinach, avoid those that have excess moisture or beads of water or are smashed at the bottom of a bag, she suggested. Avocados. Arguably the most difficult piece of produce to shop for, how do they go from hard and green to mushy and rotten overnight? Samuel suggests making sure avocados feel firm to the touch without any sunken, mushy spots. They should not rattle when shaken, either, she said. The best avocados are the ones that aren't too green, but also aren't too brown. A good trick is to pick off the stem of an avocado. If the inside looks like a bright green, that's a good avocado. If it's moldy or white, the avocado has gone bad. Mushrooms. According to Kylene Bogdan, RDN and co-founder of FW Fuel, mushrooms are nice and fresh if they're plump and springy, but they won't last long if they're slimy, have dark brown spots or are a little wrinkly. Apples. No one likes a mealy, mushy, tasteless apple. Luckily, there are some obvious indicators that your apple is fresh. If it's brightly colored and crisp to the touch, that's a good sign, Bogdan said. If it's softer and has any brown spots, on the other hand, your apple won't last much longer. Bananas. Bananas are like avocados in the sense that they'll continue to ripen after you buy them. If you plan to use your bananas throughout the week, you can buy bananas that are mostly yellow in color with some green, Samuel said. As the week goes on, they will continue to yellow, start to brown in spots, and taste deliciously sweet. To eat fresh bananas, avoid buying ones that have already ripened and have brown spots. Blueberries. Meredith Barnes, registered dietitian and Daily Harvest's nutrition partner, says that blueberries are fresh when they're blue and firm, and probably won't last long if they're dark and wrinkly. Avoid buying blueberries that look moist or show moisture in the carton, as these are likely beginning to rot and won't last as long, Samuels added. Strawberries. You'll want to look for strawberries that are red and vibrant in color. Avoid strawberries with white or green portions, as this means they were picked too early, Samuel said. Since strawberries do not continue to ripen, these lighter strawberries will taste bitter. Avoid buying strawberries that look moist or show moisture in the carton, as these are likely beginning to rot and won't last as long. Raspberries. If raspberries are firm to the touch and a vibrant red, you can probably expect them to last. But if a light touch turns them to a slightly watery mini pile of mush, they won't last long, Bogdan said. Throw them away as soon as you see white fuzz. Picking out produce that will last you more than a few days isn't always easy. But knowing what to look for and what to avoid is a great first step, and you'll be stocking your fridge and fruit basket with super fresh fruits and veggies in no time.